Hey, what's up, chat? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a fantastic Cheeky Friday. Today, a little bit different. We usually do $10 meals, but today we're still going to do the recipe, but we're actually going to do chicken shrimp gumbo. So I'm going to do that from scratch. I'm going to put this recipe on my website. Either way, that delicious gumbo, we're going to make a start on it today. So I hope you guys and gals are looking forward to it. We're going to make a fresh shrimp stock from scratch. Obviously, we've got the chicken, the shrimp going in there. I have got the okra going in there in the recipe, but I don't have it. So due to like shortages and things, I couldn't get hold of it this week. And obviously, what else was the other thing I was short on? Celery. So those will be in the recipe, but I won't be using them today because I don't have them. I need to preheat my oven to 180 Celsius, 350 Fahrenheit for these shrimp shells. So we're going to get the shrimp shells on now. So I'm going to get them out the fridge. Right, let's get this peel down. So I'm going to keep the shells. We're going to roast these shells off, and we're going to make a nice, beautiful shrimp stock. So let's take all these shells off. Also, they've been deveined already, which is really handy. These are Argentinian shrimp, so that's why they look pink. They look like, oh, are they cooked? They're not actually cooked, no. Now, usually normal shrimp just looks like grey when they're raw, and then obviously pink when they're cooked. So, but no, these are raw. So I'm just going to take the shells off. I'm going to use the shells, and I've got shells left over from yesterday. If you're going to ask me how much shrimp, chef, around about a pound of shrimp is what you're after. Right, let's get our oven tray. So there's our beautiful shrimpage. Just going to cling film them, put them in the fridge, and set them aside. Get some mirepoix on. So onions. This is going to be for the stock. Actually, we don't need to dice this down. We need to cut this up roughly. Sorry, chat. Me miles away. Gone in autopilot mode. So just roughly chop this up because this is only for the stock. Sorry. So how many cloves of garlic? We're going to go for like 4 cloves of garlic, or 2 large ones will be fine. I'm going to say 4. I know I've got 5 there, but they're kind of small, so that'll make up for it. So 1 bay leaf. Right, a little bit of time. So we're going to put this onto medium heat, and about a tablespoon of canola oil, veggie oil of your preference, whichever you prefer. So I'm on about a tablespoon in here. Right. Onions, garlic, thyme, bay leaf. All those lovely things are in there now. So we're going to brown these off a little bit. So I'm just going to whack up the heat. Whack up that heat until they're nice and brown. Right, so we've got a nice beautiful browning on there. Just going to turn this down a little bit. We're going to add the shells, and I'm going to take this off the stove. Right, so that's going off. That's going on. I'm going to get some water and deglaze that pan. Right, it's time to deglaze. All that beautiful shrimp stock in there. Fantastic. And we're not going to cook this stock down for too long. About half an hour, 20 minutes. Don't want to cook it, and we want to simmer it. We do not want to boil it. So just simmer very gently for 20 minutes once it's come up to a simmer. Right, so we're going to pour the stock straight into the pot. I'm going to add more water to this. This is going to go into the sink. So I'm going to fill this up with about 1,500 ml. Just going to put this back onto the stove. I'm going to let that actually cool down a little bit. So 1,500 ml is going to go in there. So anyway, the stock is on. Next, we're going to start dicing up the onions, celery, and peppers. Obviously, I don't have the celery, so that's fine, but it will be in the recipe, so just bear that in mind. So let's do the onion first, and we'll get the garlic done as well. So I'm going to dice this down top and tail. Give this a nice little fine dice. You see me do it before. Right, so let's finally dice this down. So we're going to cut this horizontally, then we're going to cut across vertically, so keeping the root intact. Obviously, the more slices you get into this, the more finer dice you're going to get out of it. Right, so we're going to finish cutting this down. Okay, so there's our onions. Let's do our pepper next. Don't forget to take the sticker off. Edible or not, I don't like to eat that in my food. Right, so you can either, there's lots of ways you can cut pepper. You can cut it in half, snap it open, take out the pips. Or you can cut it into little cheeks, which is what I like to do. Or you can take the bottoms off. I feel like when you take the top and bottom off, you're wasting it. So I don't recommend that. It's either that one or taking the cheeks off. I quite like taking the cheeks off. Because in the middle, you're just left with the pith, which is what you don't want. Take the bottom off and then just cut the sides. This is how I prefer to do it. You top and tail the pepper, you're actually losing pepper, and I feel like that is a bit of a waste in my opinion. Whereas this, all that's left of it is just the pith, and that's what you don't want. Damn it. Let me get this garlic and finish the garlic first. I've got a little bit more than 6 cloves here, but these are quite small. Some are a little bit larger, so that's fine. But 6 medium-sized cloves. If you need to use a little bit more, that's fine. Let's take the skins off these bad boys. I'm not going to crush it because I'm going to put it through my microplane because I want to grate it. If you've got a garlic crusher, you could crush it and take the skins off that way. So preference is up to you. Let's grate this down. Just going to separate both this garlic, and then we can pop the onions and the peppers into a little tub as well. Right, so there's my garlic ready to go. Pop the onions and the peppers in here because they're going in the same time, and obviously the celery, but I don't have the celery, so that's fine. What are you going to substitute for it? Nothing really. If you want to add a little touch more onion or pepper, you can do, but that's my own fault for not adding the onion, but it will be in the recipe. So we're going to give this about 20-minute timer now. Ow, it's hot. Chef, watch your fingers. So we're going to give this a 20-minute timer, and just going to simmer away nice and gently, and then we're going to take it off, and it should be ready. We need to chop up sausage. Let's get that out. So I've got some smoky turkey sausage here I'm going to use. Now for the recipe, I would obviously be using andouille sausage, but I couldn't get any, so this is the substitute for today. Right, so pop the sausage in here. So the roux we want is about, how much oil do I want? Roughly about 120 ml and 120 grams of flour, so I think that's about a cup of oil. Or was it half a cup of oil? I think it might be half a cup of oil and half a cup of flour, I think. I could be wrong on that one. So spring onions, we'll get 2 of those out. I'm going to get them diced up. Right, so slice this down. I think I've got some old parsley in the fridge, so we'll get that ready. So I'm getting all my garnishes ready, making sure everything is ready for this, so we don't need to worry about waiting for it later on. So I'm just going to go over this very quickly. Shrimp stock. Goodness me, words today. Words today. $58. We're almost at 65, 59. So it's almost there, and we can start that. So let me weigh out my flour and oil. By the time I've done that, that will be ready, and then we can drop down these little cheeky bad boys. It's going to take an hour and a half, so that's fine. I'm going to drop our 2 chicken down into the water bath here. So an hour and a half. It's on 65 Celsius. So I'm going to put the timer on now. Right, let's do this roux, because we need to do the rouxology of those chocolatey levels. So let's turn this down to a low heat. We're going to add our oil, so 120 ml or half a cup. I hope I'm right with the cups. I think I am. I'll check later on. If I'm not, I'm going to giggle to myself later on. But that's fine. I think the most important thing is, as long as the flour and the oil are the same measurement, you should be fine. And you don't want this on a high heat. You want this on a low heat. And this takes about 20 to 30 minutes, just standing here mixing it, just until it goes nice and dark and you're cooking out the roux. Right, so flour's going in. Just going to mix that up to a nice little cheeky roux. So you basically just want to kind of stir this continuously, just until it darkens and cooks out. It's very kind of tedious, and you'll be tempted, chef, just turn up the temperature, it'll be quicker. Keep it on a low. You got to keep it on a low. You got to keep mixing it. But yeah, you might be tempted to go, this is not doing anything, chef. It's not doing a single thing. That's fine. Patience. Patience is the key. Right, it's starting to slightly brown now. I know you guys probably can't see it. I can see it though. It's starting to turn brown a little touch. But you just got to wait. Oh, it smells beautiful. Beautiful. Right, so you can see. Can you see the color now? It's starting to change. It's almost there. Almost there. Right, let's pop this in here. So in goes the onions. Onions and peppers. We're going to give that a nice little mix quickly before it starts burning. This is also the point where we start adding our okra. If I had it, beautiful, but unfortunately I don't. But for the recipe, this is the time you want to start adding your okra. And then cooking it out for a further minute or two. All right, garlic's going in. Bloop. In goes my garlic. Give that a mix around. So I don't cook it for too long because I don't want to burn it. Alrighty, now it's time to start adding that stock. Actually, before the stock, we want to add our spices very quickly. Right, so 2 teaspoons of paprika. And I'm going to go for a teaspoon of cayenne. I don't want to go too spicy, but if you want to add a little bit more later, you can do. Start adding that beautiful stock now, that shrimp stock. So I'm going to turn up the heat a little bit. I'm just going to let this kind of simmer down for about half an hour or so. Just going to add the sausage next. So let this do its magic. Delicious. So good. Right. Sausage going in. So I'm not seasoning it because number one, that sausage is, it's not too salty, but it has got some saltiness to it. So after cooking it down a while, I'll season it later on. So always season at the end. So we're just going to let this kind of cook out nicely now. And I'm going to do a quick wish wash. And we're going to get the rice on. So the rice is going to take about 20 minutes. 10 minutes to cook, and then we're going to give it a 10-minute steam as well by not taking the lid off. Right, 300 grams. So I'm doing this for the family. So this recipe will be for about 6 to 8 people, so you can always half it if you need to. So I want 750 ml of water. We also want about 3 pinches of salt as well. Put this on the back. So we're going to put this onto a high heat to begin with. We're going to turn it down as soon as it starts simmering. Then we're going to put a 10-minute timer on. Once the 10-minute timer is done, we're going to turn it off. We're going to take it off the heat and let it steam, for 10 minutes. And then the rice should be good to go. I'm going to drop the chicken and the shrimp. So I'm going to get the shrimp out now and dice down. Perfect. So beautiful tender chicken. Right, let's give this a wipe up. Whoop. Slip and slide. That beautiful shrimp. Let's pop it all in. So it's going to cook about for 5 minutes. Then we're going to add the chicken. And just give it another kind of 5 minutes, and then it should be good. Chicken's going in. All that chicken. Look at it. Oh, all that goodness. Oh, it smells so good. So we've got the chicken, the shrimp in there. Everything is about ready. The rice is just about ready now. Oh my goodness me, look at all this. Right, we're going to have a little taste. So we're going to have a little taste of this and see if it needs any seasoning. Nice, light and fluffy. That'll do for me. Don't want to go too crazy on the rice. Oof! Looks so good. I'll tell you what, we're going to add some of the scallions now to it. A little pinch of parsley. I'm going to add some more parsley for garnish as well. So let's give that a nice little mix up. Oh, it smells nice. Smoky, delicious. This is looking very good, chat. Very good indeed. Oh, been a long day today, chat. But it's been very lovely. So we did our beautiful gumbo. Obviously, we would have okra, celery, and the andouille sausage, but on the recipe, that'll be on my website. But for today, we didn't have it for certain reasons. So, but we got all our garnishes ready. So we prepped up our shrimp, the sausage, we got the onions, we got the garlic ready, celery, the green pepper as well diced up. So that was all good to go. We also roasted off the shells from the shrimp, and we made a shrimp stock. So we had, how many garlic cloves did we have? I think it was like 3 garlic cloves, a bay leaf. Also, we had 1 onion, roughly chopped up. We roasted off the shells, added that into the pan afterwards, sauteed the veggies off first, Then the shells, they're topped up with water about 1,500 ml, and then just cooked it out. Once it came up to a simmer, about 20-30 minutes, just simmering, never boil it. Once that was done, we pretty much took it off, strained it, and that was good to go. And then for the roux, we made the base. We did 120 ml of oil, or half a cup, 120 grams of flour, or half a cup. And then for 30 minutes on a low heat. Do not turn it up. Keep it mixing, keep it stirring. Wait until you got that beautiful chocolate dark color in the roux. Then we added the onions, celery, the peppers, cooking that out until soft. Then after that we added the garlic. If we had the okra, we would have had the okra straight after, and then the garlic. And then we added the stock, little by little, the shrimp stock, until it was a nice consistency. We didn't use all of it, so you can keep the rest and bag it up if you want to and freeze it. Now, when it comes to the chicken, you can sous vide it, or you can pan fry it. If you're going to pan fry it, you can skin side down, a little bit of salt, in a bit of oil. 5 minutes each side till golden in the oven on a tray. I'd say about 30 to 35 minutes on 180 Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit. What? Kaiger, thank you so much for the raid. How you doing today, my friend? It's so lovely to see you. What have you been up to? How is your cheeky day going? Thank you so much for the beautiful raid. Have no fear. The Kaiger family is here. I love it. I love it. How was your day, my friend? Thank you so much. Can we get a shout out for Kaiger? How was your day? Hold on. I'm finishing this. For the sous vide, we did 65 Celsius. We vac-packed the chicken, cooked it for about an hour and a half. I did it for an hour and 40 minutes, and then we diced it up and popped it in the gumbo for the last, 5 minutes. With the shrimp, we dropped it in for the last 10 minutes, cooking out until it was tender. And then for the rice, we did a 2.5 to 1 ratio. So we did 300 grams of rice to 750 ml of water, 3 pinches of salt, lid on, come up to a simmer, turn it down with the lid on, cook for 10 minutes, take off, let it steam for 10 minutes without taking the lid off, take it off, and then serve it. And that was about it. And then a little bit of scallions, a little bit of parsley to finish it off. And I think that was it. Do you know what I missed, chat, as well? I missed one thing. We also put 3 teaspoons of paprika between adding the stock and 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper for a bit of kick as well. So almost forgot about the spices. Almost. Oh my god. Oh, it's so rich. The nuttiness. Oh, that chicken's tender. So's the shrimp. Oh my goodness me, this is good. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Thank you so much for all the support today. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your Friday. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. And I'll see you Tuesday, if not Monday, for YouTube. Much loves. Anyway, guys and gals, I'm off. Take care. And bye for now, amigos.